Hey there, angry faithful. I just wanted to drop in, bend your ear a little bit, get your attention. So if you're not listening, drop what you're doing and pay attention to me because I'm here to inform you that not only can you get your daily, maybe if you're binging it, I'm not sure, that's entirely up to you, but you can multiply your doses of angry me fuckery by paying attention to all of the platforms upon which you can find either the dulcet tones of my voice and David's voice or my pretty face and David's not so pretty face. Anyways, digressing, we not only on we are on YouTube, we are on Spotify, we're on Rumble, we're on Google, Apple Podcast. We have a TikTok page. We're on Twitter, Instagram, and of course Facebook. So if you find yourself fuckery deprived, curl up with a nice hot mug of shut the fuck up and just listen. Open those ear holes and be prepared to be cream pied like it's the first time. Thanks for listening.
Welcome, Angry Faithful. Today, we're going to do the conclusion of... sorry about that. We're going to do the conclusion of the Columbine Massacre. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go off of the last part that we covered. No, we can't do that. Well, actually, we are. There we go. Now, at the end of the crisis, by about 12 p.m., SWAT team were stationed outside the school, and ambulance started taking the wounded to the local hospital. A call for additional ammunition for police officers in case the shootout came. At 12:20, authorities reported pipe bombs by one, and two SWAT teams entered the school at 1:09. Moving classrooms, discovering hidden students and faculty. They entered the end of the school opposite of the library, hampered by old maps and unaware a new wing had recently been added. They were also hampered by the sound of the fire alarm. Linwood Elementary, meanwhile, families of students and staff were asked to gather in nearby Linwood Elementary School to await information. All students, teachers, and school employees were taken away, questioned, and offered medical care in small holding areas before being buzzed to meet with their family members at Linwood Elementary. Some of the victims' families were told to wait on the one final school bus that never came. Sorry. There we go. Okay. Sorry about that. Patrick Ireland had regained and lost consciousness several times after being shot by Cabal. Paralyzed on his right side, he crawled to the library window where on live television at 2:38 p.m. He stretched out the window, intending to fall into the arms of two SWAT team members standing on the roof of an emergency vehicle, but instead falling directly onto the vehicle's roof in a pool of blood. He became known as the boy in the window. The team members, Don Kramer and John Romanick, were later criticized for allowing Ireland to drop more than 7 feet to the ground while doing nothing to try to ensure he could be lowered to the ground safely and break his fall. At 2:15, students placed a sign in the window, one bleeding to death, in order to alert police and medical personnel of David Sanders' location in science room. Police initially feared it was a ruse by the shooters. A shirt was also tied to the doorknob at 2:30. This was spotted, and by 2:40, SWAT officers evacuated the room of students and called a paramedic. Hansey and Starkey were reluctantly to leave Sanders behind. By 3 o'clock, the SWAT officers had moved Sanders to a storage room which was more easily accessible. As they did so, a paramedic arrived and found Sanders had no pulse. He had died from his injuries in a storage room before he could receive medical care. He was the only teacher to die in the shooting. Lisa Kurtz shot in the shoulder, arm, hand, thigh, remaining lying in the library. She had tried to move but became lightheaded. Kurtz kept track of the time by the sound of the school bells until police arrived. Kurtz was finally evacuated at 3:22 p.m. along with Patty Nelson, Brian Anderson, and the 3 library staff who had hidden in the room adjacent to the library. Officials found the bodies in the library by 3:30. By 4 o'clock, Sheriff John P. Stone made an initial statement of 25 dead students and teachers, 50 wounded, and referred to the massacre as a suicide mission. President Bill Clinton later issued a statement. Stone said that police officers were searching bodies of the gunmen. They feared they would use their pipe bombs to booby-trap corpses, including their own. At 4:30, the school was declared safe. At 5:30, additional officers were called in as more explosives were found in the parking lot and on the roof. By 6:15, officials had found a bomb in Cabal's car in the parking lot, set to detonate the gas tank. Stone then marked the entire school as a crime scene. At 10:40 p.m., a member of the bomb squad who was attempting to dispose and undetonate pipe bombs accidentally lit a striker match attached to the bomb by brushing it against the wall of the adjacent disposal trailer. The bomb detonated inside the trailer, but no one was injured. The bomb squad disrupted the car bomb. Cabalt's car was repaired and in 2006 was put up on auction. Man, I hate it that the fact that I understand that there's a taboo and, hey, I have this famous car because it was such and such car and everything like that. It's the same thing with guns, weapons, any kind of weapon or anything like that. But the problem with that is you're glorifying something that was a horrendous act. I'm sorry, but that's what you're doing. Even the Bonnie and Clyde car that's I think it's somewhere in Vegas, Las Vegas thing. That should have been melted down. I mean, yes, it's kind of a part of our history and everything like that, but Jesus, it's one of those things that should just be, forgotten and everything like that. And a lot of people fucking judge me on that. I don't give a shit. On the morning of April 21st, Bomb Squad combined the. I'm sorry, people. I have to do this because I'm sleepy tired.
Combed
the high school. God, I can't believe I had to do that for that. By 8:30 a.m., the official death toll was 15 was released. The early estimate was 10 over the true death total count, but close to the total count of wounded students. The total death count was 12 students, 14 including the shooters, and 1 teacher. 20 students and teachers were injured as a result of the shooting. 3 more victims were injured indirectly as they tried to escape the school. Sorry about that. At 10 a.m., The bomb squad declared the building safe for officials to enter by 11:30 a.m. A spokesman of the sheriff's declared the investigation underway. 13 of the bodies were still inside the high school as investigators photographed the building. At 2:30 p.m., a press conference was held by Jefferson County District Attorney David Thomas and Sheriff John Stone, at which they said that they suspected others had helped plan the shooting. Formally, identification of the bodies had not yet taken place, but families of the children thought to have been killed had been notified. Throughout the later afternoon and early evening, the bodies were gradually removed from the school. Let me get this. Okay, there we go. Little bit comfortable. There we go. The school and took into the Jefferson County Coroner Office to be identified and autopsied. By 5 p.m., the names of many of the dead were known. An official statement was released naming 15 confirmed deaths and 27 injured related to the massacre. On April 22nd, the cafeteria bombs were discovered. In the days following the shooting, Rachel Scott's car and John Tomlin's truck became memorials. And impromptu memorials were held at the Central Park. On April 30th, carpenter Greg Zanis erected a 6-foot-tall wooden cross to honor those who had died at the school. Daniel Rothenberg's father cut down the two meant for the gunman. Wait a minute. 15. Oh, shit. Okay, yeah. All right. There were also 15 trees planted, and he cut down 2 of those as well. Jesus, yeah, I get it. I was going to say, oh, that's horrible. Then I was like, nah, I just mentioned the fact that we needed to tear down melt down Bonnie and Clyde's car, and that's actually quite understandable. I need to forget about these kids. But revisiting it, shit. In November 2021, a report leaked to NPR was that year's National Rifles Association in Denver, in a series of audios, Wayne LaPierre, and other top officials suggested raising $1 million for the victim's family, and a cancellation of the convention was considered by some of the organizations. See, I don't get that one. I know I said it and I never read it, but it's, and I wanted to talk about this anyways. It might have at that time happened a long time ago. I mean, it's close to 20 years, but I see that raising the money and everything, but canceling the convention and everything like that, you still need to more or less memorialize the sad institution of what happened. Also on April 30th, for the search warrant, high-ranking officials of Jefferson County and Jefferson County Sheriff's Department's office met to decide if they should reveal that Michael, I'm going to butcher this last name. Hold on, people. Guerra had drafted an affidavit for a search warrant of Harris's residence more than a year before the shooting, based on the previous investigation of Harris's websites and activities. Since the affidavit lacked the necessary probable cause, they decided not to disclose this information at the press conference held by April 30th, nor did they mention it in any other ways. And this is what Tansy was talking about, and what me and Johnny usually talk about too, is the police department aren't perfect. A lot of things get um thrown away and everything like that. And if you look at a lot of the shootings that's happened recently, I won't call them mass shootings. Some of them were, but the basic fact of these people had been shown that they had mental illness, and because of the laws and everything, should we have tighter laws? The laws we have are actually pretty decent. The problem is what if this person decided instead of using a gun, using a hammer, using a knife, using a rock? And there's certain peoples out there that there's certain people out there that no matter what they want is to cause destruction. We can't help that. I mean, we could possibly put them away. You could put these people away for decades. And what if they get off their meds and that urge to kill happens again, or they get out through other means or whatnot, and no one's there to keep an eye on them. You can't keep an eye on evil constantly. That's the problem with people thinking and everything, and they want to take out away the tools. And I'm not talking about just guns. I mean, you could say, oh, guns are the problem. London had just now, not just now, but recently, you can't buy knives, and you have to. In some places, you have to have like a little card. And if anybody's watching this that is from the UK, and we do have an audience in the United Kingdoms, message me on those kind of laws and everything and how they actually stop you, or because they have a lot of knifing instances. I know that. But in all reality, we should be paying attention to the people that are actually causing these damages and seeing if they need actually mental help. And that's the bigger problem. That's what's happening. No matter what, taking away people's tools, which would be liable. I mean, what if the guy came out and just went on a bow shooting, mass shooting? I mean, the possibilities are there. I mean, we had the DC snipers when we went back on there. They were shooting, and if they ran out, they were just being assholes about all that stuff. And these people right here that we're talking about for the Columbine High mass shooting, they're the same way. They were mentally ill. I mean, Jesus Christ! If you have a person that's Jewish and next to a guy with a swastika, you got to ask questions. Fuck. Yeah, that I hate the fucking swastika. It needs to be burnt to the ground. And here's a little tidbit and note for you to understand. If you go to Germany with any kind of documentation or anything that has the swastika symbol on it, they will imprison you. That no questions about it. That's how much they don't like that symbol, and I think we should have the same thing here. Yet, is it a freedom of speech? That is hate. Now, saying that, there is certain cultures that use the swastika as a symbol of, I think, unity or something like that, and peace. It originally was for peace. I have to relook that up. But anyways, Guria. Okay. Over the next 2 years, Guria original drafts and investigation file documents were lost in September 1999. A Jefferson County investigator failed to find the documents during the secret search of the county's computer system. A second attempt in late 2000 found copies of the documents within Jefferson County archives. Their loss were termed troubling by the grand jury, converted after the files existed, was reported in April 2001. It was concealed by the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office and not revealed until September 2001, resulting in an investigation by a TV show, 60 Minutes. The documents were reconstructed and released to the public, but the original documents were still missing. The final grand jury investigation was released in September 2004. In the wake of the I'll figure it out later. After I get off this segment. In the wake of, actually, I'm gonna look that up right now. See if I can bring anything. Because I'm curious right now. Yeah. All right. Just. Sorry, everybody. We're not doing the full research. When I got down to something, I thought I read it all and everything. Yeah, you can go in and go to the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office online and look at this documentation. So I'm just going to go ahead and go through the rest of this stuff. In the wake of the shooting, victims Rachel Scott and Cassie Bermnell came to regard as Christian. What the fuck? Christian martyrs by sorry, it's evangelic. God, okay.
Why evangelical?
Evangelical Christians. Christian churches use the martyr narrative of Scott and Burnham's death to promote themselves and recruit members. God, I hate fucking that thing. That's one thing I really do not like is one, if it bleeds, it leads type deal. But if there's a tragedy, there's a opportunity type of shit. Politicians do it all the fucking time. The closest witness to Scott's death, Richard Castillo, has stated Harris asked Scott if he believed in God and murdered her after she answered, "You know I do." But this was been questioned as Castillo later stated he was not sure. Considerable media attention focused upon Bernal. Is that Bernal? I bet it is.
Bernal.
Yeah, Bernal. Who had been killed by Harris in the library, and who Harris was reported to have asked, "Do you believe in God?" Immediately prior to her murder. Bernal was reported to have said yes to this question before her murder. Emily Watt, the closest living witness to Bernal's death, denied that Bernal and Harris had such an exchange. Joshua Lapp thought Bernal had been quartered about her belief, but he was unable to correctly point out that Bernal was located and was closer to the survival Valnine Warner. I do not want to butcher that one. Schnur. During the shooting, likewise, other witnesses, Craig Scott claimed the discussion was with Bernard. However, when asked to indicate whether the conversation had been had been coming from. He pointed to the Schnard was shot. Schnard herself claimed that she was the one questioning about her belief in God. Okay. Okay. The shooting was planned as a terrorist attack that would cause the most deaths in U.S. history, but the motive was never been asserted with any degree of certainty. In a letter provided with the May 15 report, Columbine attack, Sheriff John Stone and Undersheriff John A. Dunaway wrote, "They cannot answer a familiar question, why?" In the days following the event, media speculated regarding the killer's motivation was rifle. Yeah, it was questionable. Many reports were dismantled, suggests very motives of the killer, although all theories were largely subsided and turned out to be myths. The reports included blaming bullying, goth culture, video games, Marilyn Manson, and targeting jocks and minorities. Other rumors were spread in local areas, but not largely dismayed by the media, such as false claims spread by some students that the killers were bullied because of their homosexuality. Okay. Well, the rest of the stuff is just more or less the theory, why they did it, the gun control acts and copycats that actually happen, which there is. And that's pretty much it on that. Saying that, why did they do it? This is just going to be my opinion, the opinion of Angry Mia Production, which doesn't really hold any common value. I hate to tell you these guys this. Don't praise us up as all-knowing and everything like that, because we're not. But, I mean, look at The Dark Knight. This is probably the best example and everything like that. And I would hate to say that, there are some people out there that just want to watch the world burn. And it's true. It's a sad thing. There's people out there that will kick a puppy or kick a kitten, which they should be shot right there. No one should kick puppies. Kittens, maybe. But they just want to do it just because do it. And our thinking and everything like that is there has to be reason. Sometimes there's no reason, which is sad. For a person that actually does everything for a small reason, everything like that, certain things, why do I want to piss in the sink when there's a toilet right there? Because the sink's closer. Yeah, that's fucked off and weird, but I don't know what to tell you. Did video games have a play in these actions? I've been playing video games since I was a little kid, probably about 8, starting out. I was playing Pac-Man. I was playing Final Fantasy, the original first edition one. Did I play like first-person shooters? We had GoldenEye on 64, and we played it at a friend's house. Did we want to go down and shoot everybody up? No. We went out for more Mountain Dew. Surge at the time. Surge was very popular at the time, and that's what we drank too. We had pizza, and we played all hours on the weekend. Did Marilyn Manson's songs conjure to this act of violence? Probably not. That man actually, he might be very scary as a person, as an actor and everything like that, which he is acting. He's fucking fat. He's not the skinny Marilyn Manson one I remember. I saw him recently. I was like, oh my God, he got weight. But did he with his music, convince these kids to kill. No, he actually he's actually very advocate of he paints uh and he actually donates a lot of his profits that he gets to helping the illiterate because he's dyslexic and he grew up with a learning disability. So yeah, just because they're on stage doing weird stuff doesn't mean they're, I mean, he's weird in real life too sometimes, but he's actually, a decent human being. Oh my God. But he thinks about weird stuff. So what? Some people think about weird stuff. That happens. Were they bullied? I don't know. I wasn't there. That's a straight answer. Uh and all the documents and everything. Yeah, a little bit bullying, but not to the point to where he needs to kill. Nobody, no, if you're getting that much bullied and everything like that, I hate to tell you this right now, you're gonna have to talk. I was bullied in school. I'm not an raging madman. I say some fucked up shit, but I'm not a raging madman. Uh, what was the other thing that they said that might have been condoned of these actions of evil? Um, oh, video games. That was that one. Uh, political terrorism. Some peers, such as Robert Anderson, stated that the pair were not interested in Nazism and they did not worship or admire Hitler in any way. However, in retrospect, Anderson also stated that there were many things the pair did not tell friends. Harrison, at least, did not revere the Nazis, often praising them in his journal. So he might have, but the massacre was to trigger a revolution of outcast students and dispossessed. Dispossessed. What's that? Dispossessed.
Dispossessed.
Yeah, dispossessed. As an overly political act in the name of oppressed students victimized by their peers. The Columbine shooting framed such acts not merely as revenge, but a mirror of protest of bullying, intimidation, social isolation, and public rituals of humiliation. Has that stopped recently? No, not really. They're still bullying. Now it's just online and everybody sees it. Nowadays, everybody sees that these people are not the victims, but the bullies themselves are assholes. Now, in situations like that, nowadays it's kind of, I mean, you can walk away back in the day. Nowadays, you can ban those persons, but they can make a new account. I mean, it happens. It's weird. It's sad, but these things do happen. What's really sad is back in the day I was really nerdy. No, geeky. Nerdy are smart. Geeks are just, they like Superman or comic books and everything like that, and D&D, which I might go. I'm gonna have an acquaintance of mine come on the show Saturday. I'm gonna talk about nerd stuff, but and get our opinion and talk about that stuff. But because what I found out later in life, after high school, and the way I was treated when I was in high school and everything like that, there's a lot of people that are just closeted nerds. They love comic books. They love Superman. They love action figures. They loved a lot of stuff. They love dolls. Some of them love dolls, like dolls. And they were closeted because they feared what their peers were going to think. But now I'm older. I don't give a shit what the fuck anybody thinks. So it works out. Like if someone comes to me and tells me, it's like, I can't believe you still read comic books. course, I just recently had a person that was like, you 20 years younger than me, probably. I was like, I still jump on the bed. Are you like 5? Yes, it's fun. I enjoy it. But yeah, I still jump on the bed. I don't know why. My knees can't take it anymore. I'm like 40 years old. I still jump on the bed. I'll go to a freaking trampoline place near my house and just jump on the trampoline. I only do it for like 5 minutes. I basically waste $20, but I still fucking do it because I want to feel young again. And within 5 minutes, I feel very old. But I'm a child at heart, and that's what a lot of people don't understand. Is being child at heart's fucking fun. I mean, I still have my down days to where it sucks, but you know, being bullied and everything like that, it's just so weird that you start talking to people from back in the day and like, oh, I love that stuff. I'm just one of my friends didn't like it, so it's really sad. But on that note, I am David Dickerman. Thank you for listening, watching, whatever you do with the show. Hopefully, pretty soon, there's going to be a lot of changes with my area and Johnny's, hopefully. And we'll get back with you. Hopefully, Johnny's doing okay because I called him up and he didn't answer. So I'm going to do this right now. But anyways, thank you all for listening and thank you all for watching. If you watch, I'm we're not like super big, but I'm surprised we're the big as we are right now. And it makes me feel enjoyable for everybody that listens to us. And like I said, if you want to comment on any of this stuff, I know some of the podcast stuff don't have like, you know, where you can write or message us or anything like that. That's why we brought up the Facebook page, Angry Me Production 2. You can go ahead and message me and we'll talk about the show. I don't care. Right now, I don't have that many people that follow us or anything like that. So you get one-on-one time with me or Johnny. So, yay. Nothing weird, though. But, yeah, just contact us if there's anything that you want to be on the show or just want us to discuss something. I mean, we got like 3 shows. I mean, you can discuss sports, nerd stuff about your life. I don't care. We'll discuss it on the show. I've done it at least once, but I'm trying to get more people to interview and everything. Just to keep. This is just one of the things that happened on Saturday. This is a regular one. So, well, last week was kind of a bummer because I wanted to put it out. So I really was excited having Eric Tanzi from Failure Stop Podcast. But yeah, just message us and everything like that. And if you're having a bad day and you're listening to this and it makes you laugh, you know, high five yourself because you survived and look into the future. Thank you all for watching, listening. Again, love everybody that listens and watches us and everything. Not like in a weird way, just as a friend way. I put everybody in the friend zone already. That's right. I did that. Goodbye.